It's thought ministers will accept the proposals to vaccinate younger people, but it's not yet clear when the rollout would start. And what's the view here in Norfolk? What would this mean for you or your family, your children, your grandchildren? Does it sort of take a little bit extra pressure off? Let me know this morning, 0800 389 7321. And in a month's time, plenty of 16 and 17-year-olds will be heading to the county's colleges. So what do our colleges think of this? And would they welcome a vaccine rollout amongst the pupils? Well, Dr. Catherine Richards is the principal of East Norfolk Sixth Form College and joins me now. Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning. Happy to be here talking to you.
Oh, no, it's lovely to have you. So is this rollout news to you?
No, actually, this isn't news because during the holidays, I'm calling you from my garden and my dog's decided at this very moment to start barking. As Arthur's a college dog.
It's fine.
So basically we had some information last week actually talking about our students, because many of our students do work placements and quite a few do work placements in care homes, in hospital environments. They want to go into medical careers. So actually there was some news last week and we've already started to put plans in place for 16 and 17-year-olds that are doing health and social care courses or the new T-levels that are starting with us in September. So we're already gearing up for that process. And in terms of all 16 and 17-year-olds being able to access the vaccine, I think this can only be a good thing. It will be clearly down to personal choice of those young people. But I certainly think we've had, the vast majority of our teachers have got vaccinated. And I think it gives that reassurance to people that if they wish to take up a vaccine, many of which and most of our teachers, as I say, and our support staff have, I think it gives them the ability to do that. And I think young people will really welcome that.
And have you had any feedback from pupils and parents or before the summer as to how they were feeling about this and going back in September?
I think we've really looked throughout the pandemic. We've been really pragmatic about every stage of the process, whether that was all of the, whether that's been isolation, whether that's been all the extra cleaning and so on. So we haven't had any sort of definitive answers from the young people as such. But I know that these young people are really, really responsible. They are very caring about each other. They really want to make sure that they do the right thing. So I'm sure that when they hear this news, they will be very keen to help the other people in the community because, as a person who's been double vaccinated myself, it's really for others that I'm doing this. And everything I've seen throughout the pandemic in terms of the behaviour of our young people, everything they've been doing, they are such an amazing group of young people that I believe lots of them will want to do this because it will help their grandparents, the elderly that they're looking after, help them when they're out in restaurants and bars and things like that when they're working. Because after all, these have been disadvantaged in terms of part-time jobs. Lots of them haven't been able to get part-time work because the very industries that they would normally go into have been closed. So I think they're raring to do their bit.
And I think it's an age group that's been particularly hit hard by this pandemic. So actually being able to sort of come in September and have a vaccine behind them and sort of feel a bit more confident about all of this. I mean, that's going to be really important in getting them through the next couple of years.
Absolutely. I mean, the other thing that I don't know if you're aware of, at the moment, we've been preparing plans to give every young person 2 lateral flow tests before they return to the classroom. So that's one of the requirements that we've been preparing for ready for September. And, that is a huge undertaking. If now, as a result of this announcement, we actually can take either lateral flows or vaccinated young people will help us to control infection rates. I mean, that's brilliant news because we want to get them back in the classrooms. They absolutely love being there. And although the online education has been, we've adapted really well and we've done lots for our young people, it's not the same being on an online call or on video call as it is being in a classroom with your peer group and just being a normal 16, 17-year-old and socialising and chatting with everybody in your class.